So let's talk about a little bit your high school career. Being on the varsity as a freshman, right? Was that something that was an easy transition for you, or how was that experience? Because not only are you playing good competition, but you're playing as a freshman too. So a lot of development happens in those 4 years. So touch on that a little bit.
So I had a pretty unique situation because I went to a private school, kindergarten through eighth grade. And then my freshman year, I ended up going to a public high school. And that was in itself was just a transition, right? I grew up going to school with the same 30 kids for 9 years. And then I go to a high school that I don't know anyone. It was interesting because making varsity as a freshman, I'm not with any girls my age, right? I'm the only freshman that is then coming. It almost kind of put a target on my back because a lot of the girls were not a fan of me when I first came in. I didn't really understand because I guess they just like, oh, she only made the team because of her sister, because of her mom. And then a month went by and they finally saw me play. And then they were like, oh, okay, now we understand why she's on the team. And then, we'll be friends now. But it was a little difficult in the beginning because I just didn't know anyone. And I almost didn't have the chance to meet anyone because of my situation, which is pretty unique having your parent work at the school and an older sister, but
definitely. Yeah. So in that 4-year span, was your team pretty successful? Was it more of a challenge? How did those high school years play out?
I'm pretty sure, sorry, it's so long ago now, but we were usually pretty successful. We almost always won our conference or division is what you want to say. And then we always ended up, whether it was losing in the finals of CIF or the semifinals of CIF. I know when my freshman year, I believe we lost in the finals, and same with my senior year, it was the semifinals. So
that's exciting to have a lot of success. Yes.
It was exciting. And then it's fun because the girls that you're playing against in high school, you will sometimes play in club too. And that's just, there's so many different teams again in club that you're at least gonna know one girl from each club team because you either play with them or you played against them in high school. Or so that is also the fun part, is you start making those relationships with people you don't really know, but then when you see them at a tournament, it's always fun to play against, just that another competitive rivalry and stuff like that.
That's very true. And even though you describe Southern California volleyball as being so many teams and so big and everything, it's still, in the volleyball world, it's still a small world. You still see all of the same faces occasionally and play against the same players or play with the people that you played with before. So that's really interesting to hear.